It's Don Lemon doing what he does best. Let's see what he's talking about.
It's secret that they invited folks out.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere. They don't expect us to come there. And then we disrupt business as usual.
Wait a minute. They disrupting business as usual. So they are doing this on a regular? Somebody tried to argue with me on Facebook, it's by the way, trying to say, oh, no, they're not paid protesters. They're not organized. Yeah, let me start this over. Make sure you understand who we're dealing with. Crazy folk.
This is an operation that is secret, that they invited folks out.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere. They don't expect us to come there. And then we disrupt business as usual.
So right now it's kind of mayhem. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them. Did they explain to you why they're here?
They did not.
They said that there is someone here in Easterwood, who is a member of ICE, and he's a pastor of the church.
Our church had gathered for worship, which we do every Sunday. We asked them to leave, and they obviously have not left.
So this is...
Wait a minute. If you ask somebody to leave and tell them don't come into the church in the middle of a service, isn't that called trespassing? Isn't it like breaking the law? This isn't a protest outside of a building, in a parking lot, on the street, First Amendment right type stuff. This is in a building. So you know they lying. Lie now, you'll lie again later.
This is what the First Amendment is about the freedom to protest.
But wait a minute. If it's the freedom to protest, it wouldn't be in a church. No, that's private property, man. That's your boy, Don Lemon.
Hearing an array of views in this church on politics of immigration. Recognize the complexity of the issue.
This shows you just how divided America is. When you look at the protesters here, and then you look at the people there who are praying, and you know what was the interesting thing? If these two groups could just get together, they might figure out what to do.
I don't necessarily agree with everything that's going on in the Twin Cities right now, but I don't think it's good to fight fire with fire. I think it's good to speak up. I think it's good to protest, but I think it's better to do it in a peaceful way.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch. This guy here, look, he's hugging his kid. And, I imagine it's uncomfortable and traumatic for...
Yeah, it's uncomfortable and traumatic. If you got to gather your family up, gather your belongings, and run back out in the snow and get out of your church service that you attend every Sunday, why would they do this? This makes no sense.
The people here, they think you lost and this didn't accomplish anything, and you went into their house, the house of the Lord.
The reality is the house of the Lord is a place where love lives. It's not.
Oh, yeah. By the way, look at this. We got a black face in a high place sitting up here protecting illegal immigrants. Why are we getting into their fight? This is not our battle. Or is it our battle? That's something you got to think about.
A place where you can have a pastor masquerading as the director for the field office of ICE in St. Paul.
The MAGA administration and the fake news MAGAs are losing their mind over something that's not even true. So let me just make it clear, because this a assistant attorney general, I don't know, gosh, what's her name? Something Hammett, Gillen or whatever. So I had no affiliation to that organization. I didn't even know they were going to this church until we followed them there.
Wait a minute. So he says he has no affiliation, which could be true, but he followed them there. But in the beginning, remember, he said this was a secret. How did he even get notified of the secret meeting prior to going and interrupting the church service? How did he know about it? More lies.
We were there chronicling protests. Once the protest started in the church, we did an act of journalism, which was report on it and talk to the people who were involved, which included the pastor, members of the church, and members of the organization. That's it. It's called journalism. First Amendment, all that stuff.
Well, if you're going to be a good journalist, why don't you go to Minnesota and see what's going on at the Leering Center and all the other places where they scamming and doing all this other stuff? We're just going to take our eyes off the prize and act like millions of dollars haven't been stolen of taxpayer dollars. while we go attack somebody in their church, their place of worship. Don Lemon, if I was giving out donkey other days like your boy do, you would get it for today.
For all of you people who believe in the First Amendment, absolutist, there you go. So why don't you talk to the actual person who is in charge of the organization and whose idea it was to have the protest at the church before you start blaming me for stuff for which you have no idea. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
And we all have the address, right?
Yes. Everybody has the address?
So they're getting the operation together. Again, this is an operation that is secret, that they invited folks out. Can't tell you what is going to happen, but you're going to watch it live unfold here on the Don.
Now, wait a minute. Remember, he just said it again. They invited folks out. How did he get the invite? You're in those circles, huh, Don? Well, I wouldn't expect any different. But I will give him a shout out for the journalism. Somebody got to get in there and actually record and see what's going on and document. But how did he get notified? Was it intentional? Was it something slick? Or is this all, what you think it is?
Lemon Show. That is what I could say. I turned our camera off of them because they're giving some critical information here. But there we go. Everybody's ready to go. Let's go. Okay. Thank you guys thanks for allowing me to be here.
Okay,
Thank you guys.
Okay.
How are you?
Good.
To see you. We're on. We're not saying what it is, what's going on, but thank you. Tell us why you're doing this.
So
This is Nakima Levy Armstrong. She's on the show on Friday.
Armstrong, civil rights attorney, longtime activist here in the community. And, we protest and do activism in all kinds of ways. This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere that is a key location. They don't expect us to come there. And then we disrupt business as usual.
Okay, so we're going to go to the operation again. We're not going to give any of the information away. But seatbelt. Don't give anything away. So we're doing this clandestine secret operation. They have found out some information that they want to careful. It's very slippery. Very slippery. They found this operation. They found out some inside information, right?
Yeah.
And so they're going to. You know where you're going?
Yep, I know
Okay,
exactly where
good.
I'm going.
But again, this is just the beginning of this clandestine operation that they're doing here because of some inside information that they got. So this is going to be very interesting. Well, this is this is just very rough, off the cuff. IRL. This is a true IRL because it's not produced. We don't know what's happening. We kind of do, but we don't know how it's going to play out.
Right.
So we'll get to see some of the what happens after this.
I know how it should have played out. Some people should have went to jail. Lock them up.
Sort of surprise.
It'd be good if you had your meta glasses on.
I do have
inside
them.
the building.
I may do that, but I don't know. Can you switch over to my meta? No. We are here. Now, do you think if you just have it, I think maybe if you just have it on the church, but if they see me, they're going to know. No?
It just depends.
What?
Don't name the location.
I'm not naming the location, but I mean, I'm just wondering if
at
you
some
see
point,
me,
but
folks inside see me.
Are the congregants really on live instead of in service right now?
No, but they'll be like, why is Don Lemon here?
Sunday morning. Sunday morning church.
Yeah, okay, we'll see.
They'll be like, well, what else? It's Sunday, and we already said the church.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you said it.
No, I didn't.
No,
I did not.
We were saying that church is going on during Sunday.
Okay, that's what we said.
Bro. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best thing because we just found out about this morning. I'm just trying to figure out if it's best for me to go inside so I can tell what happened. And then that's what I'm going to do. And can you just keep
what if
trained on there?
You should take.
I'm going to take this off.
We can swap hats too.
I have it. I
Brandon,
got it.
okay.
Yeah.
And then you can put your hood on too if you want. Church.
Well, looks like he knew a little bit more than what he led on. What do you think about this? Is it okay for Don Lemon, one, to go into the church and so-called be a good journalist and document everything that they're doing, this big secret operation to go and incite a problem, the same thing they're doing in Minnesota and everywhere else where these people are disrupting traffic, disrupting the flow of life, disrupting everything. Kind of like Renee Good, blocking traffic, things like that. These people train and are paid agitators to do these things. Don Lemon happens to be, recording it supposedly or getting it documented, but is he, would you feel like he's part of this? Or do you feel like he's just being a good journalist? I mean, because it's a slippery slope. He's even questioning it himself before. You see, that's why we got the before and after. Before he's like, oh, will they recognize me? Or what would they think if they say, oh, how did Don Lemon get here? Yeah, I was thinking that too, but this is what we got. Give this video a thumbs up. Give it a like. Give it a share if you care. Don't forget to follow me on all social media outlets at ChrisMonroeSTL. Leave your comments below. We'll see what you think about this. Do what you do. Be who you be, and I'll see you before you see me.
So I want to get into real estate, but don't know where to start.
Well, what I would say is to join the Future Cash Flow Club. It's a community of investors where we talk about wholesaling, we talk about creative deal structuring, buying houses subject to, all of the creative stuff that everybody's talking about. You don't need a real estate license or any of that.
Wow, where do I sign up?
Well, I would say go to futurecashflowclub.com. That's futurecashflowclub.com. You can even get a free trial. Try it out today. I don't know what you've been doing. You been asleep? Let me wake you up with something. Straight up. Yeah. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm Chris Monroe. R to the O-E. I flip houses, rent cars, and make money. You know I'm not no motherfucker dummy. This how we do.